Yeah, so we're doing a book review now in a few minutes. I just give it a minute or two for people to get on. Oh, I know I said it'd probably be 7 or so. I just wanted to get out of the way. We're not going to be long at it. We're already spent about 30 minutes, give or take. We'll not spend too much time at it. Give me a second. Hello, Moonhuts. How are you? How is business? Hello, Sean again. Good afternoon. Great. You? I'm not bad, thank you. Not bad at all. Right. Good afternoon, Governor. Oh, I'm tired. I don't know. All of a sudden, I just got so tired. Like I wasn't this like this last like about 2 hours ago, basically. In other words, I wasn't this tired, but no. You know, so I thought I wouldn't mind, but I took about 3 cups of tea. So it's then and now. So I don't know why I'm falling asleep, basically. In other words. So that's great. That's great. First of all, we'll give it another few minutes and I'll just relax for a second. Morning. I think you might be a bit wrong there. Unless you're talking about tomorrow morning. Good afternoon. How are you? Good day. Good evening. What book you see now? The Book of Knowledge. Like it's the Book of Knowledge. Also, this stream is sponsored by the Finnish government. Thank you, the Finnish government, for sponsoring the stream. A big brown envelope I got today. It's very, very big. It had to be delivered by 2 people today. Big, huge envelope by the SDP. Thank you so much for your 100,000 euro. This is sponsor this stream. FYI. So, very crucial. Also, I had to put. That's why they blocked me in Russia. Funny. No, but I talk about that now. I have to put up a community post about that. That shit. Hey, yo, Yusuf, how you doing? It didn't pop up there for a second for some reason. The big book. It's the big book. It's the thing. And I keep in suspense for another few minutes. I don't know why I'm so tired all of a sudden. Like early one was full of energy when I was live streaming. Now all of a sudden I'm just dropping and dead. But it's probably because I was reading documents there for about an hour. Up until about 4:30 or so, and then I went out and the money back in. So I think I got a bit fed up looking at these documents. To the answer. Because it was kind of fucking useless thing, basically. It was something to do with traffic cones and stuff like that. And basically the most boring shit you could have to do. Talk about how many traffic cones needs to be put here. Like, like the most boring shit you could come up with. Nothing really exciting, basically. It's still probably important in the grand scheme of things. The grand scheme of things. I'm going to keep you in suspense for another few minutes too, so. You have to wait and see. And then we'll be playing Far Cry later on. We'll probably start at 8 or so, half 8 maybe. With Far Cry I'm talking about now. We will play along tonight too. We'll probably only play another hour, so. Is that okay? We're waiting for another 5 minutes, okay, for people to come in. If people are going to come in. We'll wait another 5 minutes. I don't know if notifications go out either. Give it another 5 minutes, damn it. Sure, look at we give it another 5 minutes. Sure. Should we give it another 5 minutes and then it should be all grand. It should be grand. I might charge my phone, I am indeed. Oh. The pain, the soft one. Let me see now. Let's do a fact check real quickly. Fact check. Fact check. I don't know, did I say fact check, or did I say fact check? Whatever I said, I think it was the wrong thing. Very good. I said the wrong thing. Well, not good. Anybody up to anything interesting today? Any fun with anybody? Any banter? Right, we're talking about murder cases now. We're going to be detectives now, Ellie Noir. Let's play some Ellie Noir. Right, I have the book ready for... we're starting in about 3 minutes' time. Oh, I don't know. All of a sudden I'm just so tired. So I don't know why. I wouldn't mind with earlier on when I was streaming. I was full of energy. Now I'm just dying. Not dying. I'm drying up. I'm dying. No, it's... Don't know why, but it's probably because I was up fucking a cock crow in the morning, basically. Cock crow in the morning. Oh no, I've been exposed. One. Flee. One. Hide. Flee. Hide. Hello guys, are you still on Twitter? I am still on Twitter. What book is getting reviewed? Oh, you have to wait and see. Yeah, I'm still on Twitter. Why wouldn't I be on Twitter? What happened? They get banned. Probably only actually got banned. Elon Musk had enough of me. Elon Musk was specifically, I want to give it to this fucker. He's too cabin. There's too much cabin. He's a rival to Twitter. We have to get rid of him. Delete him. I know. I'm just saying. I wasn't. I was wondering why you were just saying no. I'm not banned. I was just wondering why you were saying. He's still on Twitter. No, I'm not banned. No, I was only joking. No, I was just wondering why you were asking me about Twitter. What's going down? No, I was just wondering. I thought it just got banned or something like that. I thought that's what you're about to tell me. Say nothing now, do you hear more? Tell us, will you tell Johnny where the white whiskey? Oh, old age. That's the problem, old age. I tell you something. So nothing else happened with everybody. Nothing else happened with anybody. No other fun. Oh, okay. I see what you say. Yeah, I just kind of repost stuff. I don't really find the need to add a comment or anything like that. Like reply to any tweets or anything like that. Generally, even before that, I never really just posted random things that I used to just do it in my community tab. I probably should start doing it again, but I used to do it. But you look, I kind of got out of the habit of doing it. Mainly because the reason why, and I'll be totally honest, is because I used to always make mistakes in spelling on my tweets, and the way Twitter works is, you can't edit your tweets. Say for example you miss a letter, you spell it wrong, which I'm very very prone to do. Uh, basically you're fucked basically, unfortunately, and that always annoys me basically, because people be like, what you're trying to say. People are like straight away. They're like, "Oh, you spelled that wrong," and they don't listen to your point. They're just like, "Oh, you spelled that wrong," which makes your comment irrelevant. Basically, that's usually what people are thrown into on Twitter. You can't spell properly. Your comment's irrelevant. It doesn't exist. That's usually what it is. Like, I can't tell you the amount of times people have said that thing. Well, I can't spell. I can't say spell the same in life. But that's mainly the reason why I don't tweet as much, because the spelling will get the same about everything else. Like, I could write books and books and stuff and things like that. It's just the spelling that kills me. Like, quite literally. And the same with even the same with community posts. Yeah, I don't really put too much. I only put down what I need to put down. I don't say overly too much. So that's the reason why, because the spelling, it drives me mad. Because usually, like, even if I look at it, like, multiple times throughout the year, I stood here looking at my tablet on my phone for about 20 minutes, looking through every paragraph to make sure it was okay. And then as soon as I put it up, there was one mistake I didn't notice. Like, literally, I could look at it for an hour and I still wouldn't notice, basically. So that it's infuriating, let's put it that way. Especially because there's people just, what's been happening in Cavan, news-wise, well, apart from St. Patrick's Day parade, not really anything else happening. Apart from a few people went from Cavan went over to New York for the St. Patrick's Day parade. Very little else happening at the moment in time. Not really anything going on. Yeah, nothing really, nothing major now. Apart from the county council have extended the retirement age of firefighters. It used to be 55. I think they've raised it to 60 something, 62, 63 or something like that, in line with An Garda Síochána O'Connor. That's as much as news is kind of happening at the moment. So yeah. But yeah, it's pretty dire at the moment. At this stage, nearly Cavan won't have a fire service. In the near future, it's pretty dire with the lack of manpower. So, but that's still a long while off. We still have another good 4 or 5 years of manpower left, like, to just keep it operational. But after 4 or 5 years from now, if it doesn't improve, we're fucked then. We have to do a voluntary, well, some of them are voluntary, but we have to do majority voluntary fire service. Because nobody wants to join the fire service, basically. Yeah, but that's about it. So that's terrifying a few people. And especially because obviously if it does go that way, the firefighters will take a lot more time to go to a fire, and that's mainly the news. The people are worried about the fire brigade taking longer to come, and because the lack of manpower and stuff like that. That's what people are talking about at the moment. So that's generally that's about it. Nothing really else. But yeah, it probably will get better because they're going to increase the pay too of firefighters. They're going to increase it by another 2,000 or 3,000 a year or something like that. Something big anyway like that. Because as I say, the numbers are dicey at the moment. And obviously it's not like the defence forces where they could just leave them and just just not do anything with them. Basically, they need a fire brigade basically. For car accidents and stuff like that. So they can't really get off with degrading it, I suppose. They can do it in the Navy and the Air Corps and the Army, but they really can't do it in the fire service. So that's about it. I don't know if it make any sense though. Right, so we probably should start with this book review. Let me see. Now, the big moment of 3. You ready? Are you ready? I have to see readies in the chat first. Get on with it, man. little bit of out of age to carry on walking. Oh yeah, well the fire brigade obviously it's under the local authority, the fire brigades. Um, but it's the same. But it's the same with everything basically. They don't want anybody to walk really anywhere. To be totally honest with you. Who is this now? Ooh, what's this? They don't want you to walk anywhere basically. They want people to do things for nothing basically. That's the main thing. And obviously too, it is as I say about the fire brigade. Even the Scouts are there. You say, take it's a lot. It's a day, but not the Scouts. But the fire brigade is a dangerous job now. You never know when you could go into a building. And again, you can't really leave it at the door when you go home. The way people say leave it at the door, don't think about it at night, stuff like that. In the fire brigade, I'm sure that many firefighters could tell you they've seen horrific stuff throughout the years, and you can never leave it on the door, at the door when you go home. It stays with you. It does stay with you. So it does affect you. So you can understand why nobody really wants to do it, even though the money's good enough. I think it's 60,000 here a year in Cavan, after tax and all that. So I think that's pretty good. I don't know how much that would be a week, around 1,000 more, a bit more than that a week maybe. So. Oh yeah, the councils will get a bigger pension to that obviously. But they'll be looked after first. But no, it's a tough job now, the fire brigade. It's not for the faint of the heart. I wouldn't be fit for it now. They were trying to see would I go onto the fire brigade at one stage, and I was like, no, thank you. I just wouldn't be able to see somebody cutting bits on the road or something like that and having to deal with that. Oh, God forbid a big fire or something like that and people burned, people dying in the place. You couldn't do. It's not for the faint heart, basically. It's for very strong people. Even the strongest people, couldn't leave at the door, basically. But anyway, you get on to lighter subject. Here you go. I don't know if you can see that. Also, this stream is sponsored by the Finnish government. Joe Biden. Sean's going to jump out of his chair now. Right, shall we start with our reading? Sean actually seen it before I even told him. Well, we didn't see it, but he kind of seen it coming, basically. Should I proceed? Should I proceed with the operation? The operation? Oh no. Oh dear. We're going to do a special military operation. I can't make any excuses about it. I have no excuses tonight. The Finnish government didn't give me any excuses on the page. So I have to talk to my NGO friends and we sort them out. Right, get the NGOs on the phone. Where's the NGOs? Give me the NGOs. Well, they'd be busy fucking God knows what they'd be doing, the NGOs. We don't even want to talk about these Irish NGOs. But should I start with me eating? And also, this book is on Amazon, just to say if anybody wishes to buy it. It's about €10, right? So I went through it already when I got home. It's not that long. It's only about 26 pages. But yeah. So to know about, this is going to be the most cringe shit ever. To know about Sanna Marie, surprising facts and her social and political life, awards and activism. Dinner is on. I fucking calm down. Calm down. So part 1 is introduction. Part 2 is early life and education. Part 3 is early political career. Part 4 is 5 minutes. I might as well just go. I might as well go like Mr. Boss for the win here and just go very slow, trying to get to the 10-minute mark, so I can get more ad revenue. I don't know why. During the COVID thing, yada 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 yada. So we're on part 1. Here's part 1. I should have got my fucking rocking chair out. I don't know. The Finnish government paid me to do this. So you can ask them. Ring them. Ask them. Why I'm getting paid 100,000 to this. It's a great country. Don't you know? But introduction. Sanna, I don't know. Morana Marie. Finnish. What the fuck does that mean? Code 16. November 1985 is a Finnish lawmaker who has filled in as head of state of Finland beginning around 2019. An individual from the social left faction of Finland, the SDRP. Also, thank you to the SDRP for sponsoring this video. I wish. She has been on an individual parliament starting around 2015, following anti and I couldn't write after the postal strike decision. Martin was shut up. Martin was chosen as a state head on the 8th of December 2019, getting to work at 34 years of it. She is the most youthful individual as well as the world's third most youngest state, proceeding head of fucking Montenegro. Some posted in Montenegro. Megan, I don't know. Montenegro, some Balkan place anyway. So, right. How am I doing so far? Like, I was off for fucking reading. I tell you, when I was in primary school, we used to have to read out loud fucking nails on the chalkboard. So, early life and political education. Like, I don't even know how to pronounce the second name, like a middle name. Go away. I'm only joking. I'm going to hide behind my book here now. just to stop this. Who was brought into their world, when she was born, basically. And the 16th of November 1985 in Helsinki, she intendedly lived in I should show you probably the page first. There you go. Well, we have to find out, Castle, won't we? We're reading through her life, basically. In Esko and Pokale, prior to moving to Temple. Her folks isolated when she moved unexpectedly youthful. The family's debt with a mortgage issue, so obviously I don't know what to talk about. I just getting paid by the Finnish government to do this. So hilarious. Well, I've lost my train of thought now, so thank you. Where the fuck was I? Same bed as you. Oh, you're made for each other then. The family said so. Obviously, her mother, didn't come from which family, basically. In other words, I knew that again already. Martin's dad, Louis Martin, battled with alcohol addiction, liquor. So basically, was an alcoholic. After her natural guardians isolated, Martin was raised by her mum and her mum's friend. Martin was moved on from the Pergolake Secondary School in 2004 at the age of 19 years old. She worked in a pastry kitchen as a clerk while examining graduation with a single degree in something related to science from College of Temple. So very fancy. Like, I'm going to cry at the end of this now. Because it's too much to read all this crap. I should become a storyteller. Isn't that what I should just dress up today. Not that kind of dress up, but early political career. Martin's political vacation was celebrated by the BBC at the start at 20 years old. Soon after secretary, she's graduated and started her ascent with the social vote base, the Social Democratic Party, basically. No, I don't know what you're talking about. It wasn't me. In 2006, and she was the most memorable VP from 2010 to 2012. In 2008, she ran for political decision to the city of Gatton Tampon. Yet stood once more when she was chosen in the 2012 race. She became executive of the city committee in no time, suffering from 2013 to 2017. In 2007, she was repeated to the city board after she originally acquired notoriety after video clips of her leading. I don't know what that fucking says. Some big fucking words in this fucking book. I also, this person who wrote this is Finnish, just to say, so it's obviously a bit the grammar was a bit fucked. Well, it was myself in my time fucked already. So, Agua Gradle, it was shared on YouTube, something to do with YouTube. Fancy. Martin was chose. Hello, Fiona. How are you doing? We're reading. We're reading about. I don't know. We're reading about the weather. I don't know. Martin was chose the second delegation executively of the Social Progressive Alliance (SDFE) in 2014 and 2015. She was picked from the Finnish Parliament as an MP from the constituency of district of Pekkalan. Following 4 years, she was reappointed on the 6th of June 2019. She turned in what the fuck? He's going no, stop. Ban him. She was Minister for Transport, right? On the 30th of August 2000, Martin was chosen as the successor for yada yada yada. So part 4. Oh, this the pages. Oh, the effort. Again, I wish I put this into my eye and just let her read it. Like, I'm desperate at reading stuff. Like, you talk about dyslexia, like, Jesus, I'm that bad in the game. The end is not the end yet. Jesus Christ, Jesus. So we're on to the chapter. Prime Minister of Finland, 2019. In 2019, Martin was elected. I'm getting my dog's views again. Was elected by the Social Progressive faction to succeed whatever that woman is as head of state of Finland. Yet one official remained party peer until June 2020. In a limited vote, in a limited vote, what the fuck does a limited vote mean? Martin bet. Oh, she bet the person, right? A large part of the priests in the five. What the fucking name of Jesus? Priests, something to do with priests. I don't know. Bureaucrats are ladies. Nuremberg. What the fuck is Nuremberg? Why is Nuremberg here? 12 out of 19 at the hour of Broken's development, beginning the third female head of government in Finland after upon her appointed by Parliament at 34. Well, I know what, but it's in Germany, but I don't know why it's in Nuremberg. Yeah, it's in Nuremberg Valley. I don't know. It could be Nuremberg when I mentioned that. It's in Nuremberg. There's a Nuremberg in Finland somewhere. Yeah, probably is. Oh, it could be a college or something, but it shouldn't be. Well, anyway, at 24 years, she turned Finland's most youthful and quite top head of state, top state leader. What the fuck? And was the most youthful sovereign state. So yeah, you can tell this person here you can tell I'm an idiot. First of all, second of all, this person who wrote this who is from Finland. So, activities during the COVID crisis. Oh no. During the worldwide COVID pandemic in 2020, Martin's fucking what the fucking Jesus. No, we're not mentioning him. Someone in a high sensitivity situation in Finland to migrate the plague at the point when Sweden head of state couldn't go to the European Commission meeting. We mentioned by him in October 2020 in light of his mum's memorial service. Martin stepped in to address the Swedish consulate. Martin requested Lufthansa address Finland at the gathering meeting soon. Therefore, towards the beginning of December 2021, Martin was certain companies visited at a club in Helsinki in the wake of being in touch with Finland's familiar. What the fucking Jesus Christ. Clergymen, the very day she tested positive for coronavirus, uncovered that the state leader discussed Martin was educated regardless of the instruction by an undersecretary with respect to express that she doesn't have to hold up or something like that, as she is. I don't know. This is just like fucking dribble at the stitch. She's completely into what the fucking nine mess. Soon, therefore, the two instant messages was shipped off to Martin. Legit walk telephone, alarming that she should wake up. What? All the things considered, in any case, Martin didn't get the message since she was just conveying her parliamentary walk telephone. The telephone at the administrative walk. The telephone did different security. Limit for utilities. Obviously, there was an what the fuck, to check whether she got an update. Said no messages to a parliamentary telephone. The telephone on camera video of Martin in the club, distributed by the magazine. That what the I like some of this writing here. I don't know what to make out of it. It could be just me being an idiot. So I know that. I see that. Broke the story showing Martin on the dance floor checking her smartwatch for messages. As per Martin has been informed that she's going out openly because was allowed because of her having been completely indoctrinated. What? The following day she got his dad. I don't know what that means, indoctrinated. Got her dad that she was not the situation. She made sense of the missing and then referred the courts a lot, and then apologised for her misguiding and taking on Facebook. Two objectives about Martin's way of being were recovered to the Chancellor of Equality, who requested assault her, like what the fucking Jesus Christ, individual from the Central Party, unaccomplished. Martin's five-party alliance government claimed that Martin had been misled by them, modifying her claims of the occasion, but they did not give proof of what happened. You can tell this person. We can tell I'm an idiot, first of all, and second of all, you can tell this person wasn't. It's not English is not their first language. In personal life, in 2018, Martin and her accomplice had a girl, Emma, in August 2020. Martin and work corresponded. What? Corresponded top state level. What? The home in Kerry. The long-standing home is in Kellogg's Templon, yet during the COVID pandemic they had lived in Kautokeino, I don't know, Finland, someplace. She had said that, amusing, what the fuck, she had to decide she moved to the open country. Martin deeply regretted deepens herself as coming from, what the fuck does that even mean? I don't even know what that means. Oh, she was the only one in her family to attend university. Okay, that's what it means. Okay, they put it shortly. I don't know, some of this. Martin scored excellent grades for how she explored the country through the primary rush of coronavirus attempts in spring of 2020. Among her threats, tapping for entertainment forces to be reckoned with, to assist with spending general well-being and data films. Okay. In August 2020, a spiral video of Martin moving and singing at a confidential party was distributed by newspapers, them fucking mainstream media. I don't know if that's the need. And she was condemned by individuals from her residence group. Martin expressed, I'm moving and singing and that's celebrating. Embrace my what the fucking Jesus. Doing absolute legitimate things. Allies safeguarding her entertainment party. What the fuck? 7. Oh Jesus. Alright, well finally I take on the last bit. That was atrocious, just to say it in Sweden. Martin Awards. Martin was the wooden down of the BBC's 100 ladies that declared on the 23rd of November 2000 on number 9 spot basically. December 2020, she was chosen by the fucking Forbes to rank 85 in the rundown of the world's 100. The most influential lady in 2020, she turned the youthful head of what the financial the World Economic Forum. Okay, Martin was chosen for the front runner of Time magazine. Next Time was 100. Next topic issue, which features 100. I give up. I give up. But yeah, so you can get this on Amazon, just to say, sponsored by the Finnish government, just to say, that was the most atrocious reading I've done in 50 years now. Like, some of this is hard to make out now, because the person who wrote this is Finnish, just to say. No. What do we think of that? My reading was atrocious. I'm gonna. Sean's making mean comments. I'm going to the Ministry of Truth. Martin Bowman, oh no. I don't know. Well, they were talking about Nuremberg there for some reason. That didn't look good. Like you did mention, but I do recommend you can get an only copy of this book, just to say, on I think on your apps or whatever, your mobile apps or whatever. And you don't have to pay a cent for it, just to say, whatever book apps, there's book apps out there. You don't pay a cent for it. I had to pay €11 for this. So you can get it on Amazon, just to say. So, and also the person who wrote this is Margaret Bailey. So yeah. Nice. I'm not even going to say it openly about it. So what do we think so far? Well, it's about Nuremberg. I want to go back. But that sounds a bit wild. I don't want to go back to Nuremberg. You paid €11. Yeah, I. Well, see, if I knew how to use an app on my phone, you know, the weeding apps and stuff like that, you can get that for totally free. You know. Doing a book singer. Yeah, the Finnish government personally got aside of it. Also, this is sponsored by the SDLP. Getting €100,000 for this, isn't it great? It's good to know that the NGOs are taking care of me. Great to know. Imagine that somebody would be like, the NGOs have aid and they're taking them, indoctrinating them. I don't know what they were saying about indoctrination. Where is this fucking Nuremberg thing? Also, these Finnish cities' names are terrifying to look at. Like, you try and pronounce one. Oh, where's Nuremberg? Where I don't want to know where they do. Look, what the fucking name of Jesus and all that's holy. Like, I definitely see Nuremberg here. Like, I'm just trying to see. I already went through before on it too. Wonder what page it was on. Come on. Aye, Nuremberg. So the five-party bureau are ladies. Number. I don't know. I can't pronounce it here. I write it in the chat. Yeah, I write it in the chat, and somebody can try and explain what this shite is. How about that? That's fair enough, because I think it says Nuremberg, but I could be wrong. But they do a fact check. Where's the fact checkers when you want them? So yeah, I put it in the chat because I'm a dyslexic, useless idiot that doesn't know how to spell or how to do anything. Copium. Well, that's how it's spelled. Is that Nuremberg? I presume that's how you near enough spell it. 12 out of 19, so I don't think she would have been. What does that say? Like, oh, wished. Is that a city or is that a? What does that mean? Does anybody know? Anybody can help us out? Because I presume that was Nuremberg. Is that? I was going to be like, what? The spelling is right there. I know that. That you try, like, if I got you a copy of this book now, I still think you would struggle the same as me, because this person who wrote this is definitely Finnish, you know. Obviously their first language is Finnish, and their probably second language is English. So obviously Firefox to her for writing this book, you know, take my hat off and everything, because I couldn't do it, even though it's only 26 pages. Not I hope I could do it in 5 years. But yeah, I do encourage people. I actually get the link for it if people want to buy it. Again, she seems like a small time book creator. She doesn't seem to do many books and stuff like that. So if somebody wanted to buy something maybe off her, we could try and support at least the local business or something. I don't know, whatever that spelling is, because that's the spelling of it. I don't know how to pronounce it, but like, it's definitely that. Yeah, M-B-E-O-R. Yeah. I don't know how to pronounce it. So anybody do fact check. Also, do me waiting now in a second. The book. And also I got a nice little bookmark with it. Pog. Living the high life. Living the life of Wiley. But how would it make sense? But that, like, it was a number. The five-party bureau are ladies. Is it number one? It's not Nuremberg, it's number one. Is it? Is that what it is? Number one. Is it number one? Yeah, I thought it was a Nuremberg. I don't know what I'm taking in my head. I don't know what I'm taking in my head. Well, she's a race car driver. She plays. She does have fun racing, does she? Oh, it actually probably is number one. Yes, but it's a funny word to use. Ladies number one 12. Well, why does it say number one like number? They should say number. It's number one 12 out of 19 at the hour of the Bureau of Development. I never heard number one in my life. Like, never heard the word of number one. Yeah, number one. No, it's not. I think it is number one, like a number. But that's such a weird word to use, number one. And also, there's another word here. Does this mean priests? Here, I don't know how to spell priests, but does this mean priests here? Just to say. Like, I keep seeing that too. There's two priests words. They look like priests. I think that's how you spell priest. Because that's the way what I'm seeing here. I don't know why priests are involved. What are they up to? I don't know why. Like, it says about a large part of the priests. I'm confused. I think it's number one. I presume it's number one. But see, you can tell this person's not English. Yes. Yes to what? What? Are you going to give me your life savings or something? If that's the case, yes. You're like the people in Far Cry 5. You just say yes. Like, that's literally the game. Like, you hold. Yeah, you just have to say yes. I know. Yes to what? I'm not joking. Just to say, I'm only ridiculous. I'm serious. Yeah, but it's a funny word to use, isn't that? Does anybody not think that it's a funny word to use? Would you not just say some fucking other easy word instead of bringing a big fucking number? Bringing Danny Healy Way into this. Like, I presume Danny Healy Way wrote this book. To be totally honest with you. So, but does that word up there? Do you see the P word? Does that mean, is that priest or what is that? Like, I still don't know. Like, does that mean priest, the word I just put? Because that came up about 3 or 4 times, that word. And I presume that means priest. We're doing educational stuff today, Anna. Yeah, so why is she talking about priests? What's she talking about priests? Yeah, thank you for that, everyone. Sorry. So number one is, so we can confirm that it's 1 to 10. Okay. But why such a word? Do you not think that's unusual to use that kind of word? Now, you definitely have to buy this book and see, because I don't think you believe me how bad it is. Well, not bad, but how bad of spelling or how bad I am, basically. A large part of the priests in her five party. Large part of the priests. Part of the priests. What does it mean by large part of the priests? No, like you. I try and show you. Oh my. Like here, do you see here? From here, I talk to you probably upside down. Maybe if I put it like this, just basically on the thing. You would stay. Are you going to stay? No. Of course. Why would you? I don't do you at home. If I hold it up, maybe I might do. Yeah, that's not bad. Fucking. Yeah, see what I mean? There's what it says there, what I was giving out about. Like, that definitely says priest, but what does it say? High party. Ooh. Oh, yeah, no. We should just wing up a teacher and ask them like this. Yeah, I don't know. But is it a Finnish word or what is it? Like, it's kind of weird, but I don't know. So is anybody interested in buying this book? Anybody interested? Can I hear a show of hands in the audience? Also, you can just get it for free on any of the Whedon apps too. So, but the paperback is €10, so plus delivery by 11. Oh, so that was awful. Trying to read that. That was awful. I do my official review in a second. Well, like don't even say a word. Like don't say a word, Sean. Like don't, like that's the back cover of it. So, I like as soon as I got this today, I was like, Sean's gonna tell me the new one when he sees this now. I don't think you can understand Finnish. I do think anybody can understand Finnish. I think Google Translate would do take a hissy fit. I think Google Translator would just who wrote it, Margaret Baker. But yeah, if anybody's interested, sure, you might as well buy it. Well, I don't know buy it, but you can get it in paper. You can get it in the yoke, and you don't have to pay a penny for it. Isn't it great? In the yoke, in the navy. I can if anybody does want the link to it, I can get it for you. Might take 9 hours to get it, but 2 hours later. Well, this is going to be another wet evening anyway. Because it's starting to rain. The rain, here comes the rain. I will give my official review now in 2 seconds. Give me a second, so I'm having a brain lag. What do we take of it? What did everybody take of it? On waiting for 1 to 10. I know my reading was awful. But what do we take of the book first of all, and then you can give out about my reading now in a second. So to put it another way too, do you think it was worth about €10? And then €1 for the delivery, so say 11 something, like €12 maybe. Let's be rounded up. So what do we think? I could just. I can't do a poll on it. Yeah, because people have a different opinion. Yeah, people would have a different opinion on it. Hmm. So what are we taking? What are we taking? Du-du-du-du-du. 10. So you say 10. That's very generous of you. 10 would do. Right, so that's 10. So what does everybody else think? Like, I might just put up all the pages. What I mean by that. Take a photo of all the pages and put it up on the community tab, maybe. So people can read through it. Maybe that's what I do. Or not on Twitter. Actually, don't put it on Twitter because people probably go nuts. They lose the nuts. The game last night was better. Oh, yeah, the Cougar admission, no. So we still said the game was better last night. Well, here's the other question. What do you take in my reading? Isn't like, is my reading awful? Basically. Sorry, this is building or something. Having a brain lag. Tractors and balls, indeed. Your reading is grand. Good reading. Considering Finnish names. I think it done actually well with the Finnish names. I think the English words were the worst part of it. It's considering they couldn't get numbering right. Like I said, the Finnish city's name is very well, I think. Bum 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 bum. So everybody still says they're out of the game ready. Well, one person says 10 out of 10. So what do we take? Also, I should probably put it in the community post just to wear people up a bit more. Why not? So what's my rating of the book? I will get into a photo of you now in a second. Just let me post this. I'm not posting it. If Gaz is still here, I'm not posting this on Twitter because I would get annihilated, and that wouldn't go well. That book. Give that to Seymour here. We should bring a copy of it to his family. It wasn't that dear to be done. Like again, you could have got it for free, and if you had to read, but I didn't know how to do that shit. 10 out of 10 book. I should probably put the link to the book. I'll get that later because I don't have it right. I don't have it right now. Like, even if one person buys it, look at it. Because I say the person who wrote this is not like a big author like J.K. Rowling or something like that. It's probably just a small time author. So, yeah, but, yeah, so I'll just show you through the pages just here. That, it's just kind of basic. There's not really any pictures or anything. Just kind of basic stuff. It just tells you who she is. Like, it's kind of basic. But yeah. How many pages? Well, some of them don't have any writing on some of the pages. So let's be conservative and say 24 or something. So what's my review on it? 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Worth reading. I encourage anybody to read it if they have the time. Tell them the time. Yeah, so I encourage people to read it, yeah. Do we think I should take a photo of everything? Actually, I probably shouldn't do that. Yeah, but I don't know what I could do. I'm sure if people want me to, I don't know. We see. Joe Biden. I'm getting worse than Joe Biden though. Right, so that's about it. We probably start maybe Far Cry now, maybe. Probably get a cup of tea maybe and then start. We stay with 100 a few minutes and we just chill here 100 a few minutes. I don't know what you're talking about. I hardly know the woman. That woman was just west of my account. No, don't say that. No. I'm getting dogs. My bookmark. I get my bookmark for the thing. Free bookmark too, just to say. So it's worth buying. The Finnish government would like you to buy. I would say to book, yeah. Like, yeah, I don't know much about Fangirl now, but it's cringe. I watched the few historians talk about it, and with literally in do you speak Japanese? Is a great example. You're captured by the Japanese army, and one of them comes up and shouts into your face, "Can you speak Japanese?" And I'm an American soldier. Can you speak Japanese? So straight away you're like, "Fucking what kind of shite is this now?" Like, I'm not saying that it's during the time some Americans didn't know how to speak Japanese, but the vast majority of soldiers couldn't speak Japanese. Let's be fair. You know, and the Japanese wouldn't really give a shit what an American soldier had to say. They kind of would just behead them, before they even asked them that. They wouldn't the nicest people to have a conversation with. Let's put it that way. During the Second World War, especially because even like if you were caught by the Japanese army, obviously they had a policy of just don't surrender regardless of your literally on your final breath. Fight on until your final breath. Do not surrender. They didn't really care much for people who surrendered. Let's put it that way. So they kind of thought there was nothing, basically. So, but yeah, like Tobruk, take for example, real life. It was mainly the Australian army when circled by not mainly the Italians, but mainly the German Africa Corps. And that's what happened. The Australians done without food and water and stuff like that, and they were still able to hold Tobruk. No, Italians did not have a campaign. World War II, they always chose Germans for the exercise in these movies. Yeah, because the Italians literally fell to bits. Like, do you remember the Greek invasion? Remember Mussolini was like, let's invade Greece. And, only for the Germans intervening and the Greek war. Probably Greece would have took all of Albania, and probably went into Mussolini. Like Mussolini, let's be fair, the Italian army was hugely incompetent during the Second World War. Like they were incompetent. They didn't know what they were doing. They were just purely incompetent, the Italian army. Like literally, as soon as the Allies landed in Sicily, basically Italy just switched sides straight away. You know. And only for the German Africa Corps, Rommel, the Desert Fox, as they call him, only for him coming to North Africa, to save the Italians' ass, basically. All of North Africa would have been lost within a few months, only for the German army, the German Africa Corps came along. Because the British were literally destroying the Italians. Like even the British Somaliland beside Ethiopia, occupied Ethiopia. A few native British soldiers there in that area. Better big Italian army, but basically the Italian army's guns and weaponry were basically useless. They were no good, basically. They were just basically World War One weapons. No good. So that's why they wouldn't focus on the Italians, because the Italians would just get annihilated. Let's put it that way. And generally, people really don't care much for the Italians rather than the German, the Wehrmacht. That's the way I kind of see it. And it doesn't make any sense. Mainly too, because as I said too, the Germans are more better for the big screen, than the Italians. Because you couldn't really make a video about, you couldn't really make a film about Mussolini winning wars or winning battles, because basically the Italians won very few and in between, Photos in deserts, yeah. But it was crucial anyway, the North Africa campaign, because if the German army with their tanks they were able to go into Egypt, they would have been able to cut the Suez Canal, and obviously they would have been probably able to blow it up and control it. And obviously all the British trade from the colonies, from Australia, New Zealand, from all over the Commonwealth, have to go around South Africa, and that'll take months extra on the voyages. So obviously would starve Britain of a lot of resources. Particularly obviously Australia, New Zealand, a lot of manpower and stuff from it, and to the British Raj obviously. Well, Egypt. Yeah, like Hungary and Romania are just footnotes in history. Uh, Same with Fishy Frats too, but Fishy Frats were kind of not really their own thing. Um, then Bulgaria too doesn't get much mention too. Tsar of Bulgaria. Yeah, that's just exactly what I said. But yeah, Tsar Boris is the last Tsar of Bulgaria. His heart is on display in, yeah, yeah, the old admiral. Yeah, what do you call him? An admiral without a fleet. What do you call him? Hawkey. Yeah, Hawkey. He was the older. He was an admiral in the Austrian-Hungarian army before it collapsed. Austro-Hungarian navy. Excuse me. The funny thing about Hawkey, the leader of Hungary during World War II years and stuff like that, is that he always wanted to put Karl the Fourth back on the Austrian-Hungarian throne. But so he never did it. He knew what power tasted like, and he never did it. So. Yeah, but it didn't. Yeah, but the Ottoman Empire didn't do too well either. Because basically, the Ottoman Empire, even before the First World War, it's going to collapse anyway, even when they joined the Central Powers. Obviously, they lost huge swathes of territory in the Balkans and stuff like that. Bits of Greece they had, and they had bits of Bulgaria, they had a good bit of Serbia, Albania, stuff like that, all that area the Ottomans had before the First World War. And obviously, that didn't go well for them, basically. So they lost a good bit of land before the war. And then obviously they lost no, not Ethiopia, but Libya. They lost Libya before Italy came along and occupied it. Around 1910 or so, there was the Italian Ottoman War. That it used to be Ottoman territory, and Italy took it over, and so basically the Ottoman Empire were losing everything basically. And the Ottoman Empire was called the sick man of Europe because it was that fucked basically, because it was rife with rebellions and insurrections and stuff like that. Like you would look at Yemen and stuff, all these other countries integrated with the Austrian Ottoman Empire, and Kurdistan too, and all that. Basically, just cuts and revolts and rebellions. Nobody could get on. So so it was going to disintegrate at some stage, the Ottoman Empire. Yeah, like, do you remember a ship blocked the Suez Canal for about 2 or 3 days and everybody went mad? Well, that caused so much shipping because, again, obviously, if the Suez Canal is blocked, first of all the ships have to go around South Africa. And obviously that takes more months, probably a month on your journey. Compared to if you go by the Suez Canal, you take less of a month of your journey. So obviously it's more viable economically and stuff like that, quicker. But yeah, I probably went on rambling there for about 5 minutes. Ooh. Yeah, it was kind of a puppet regime of the Germans. But the same with Yugoslavia too. Like, there were so many ethnic groups in Yugoslavia. Even before the Austrian-Hungarian Empire, had basic control of all that area. Basically didn't go well, basically. So the Yugoslavia would have collapsed eventually. Yeah, that's what the war was up, exactly. That's what happened. But yeah, so the Ottoman Empire wasn't looking too buzzing at the beginning of World War One. Yeah, like the Balkans, as I said, whenever there's a war, there's always in the Balkans. But that's usually where every war starts, literally in the Balkans. Like, it's just instability central. Like, even modern days, it's still instability central. Anyway, put the book down here. So say goodbye to the book. Not goodbye, but Now, Albania's not looking too buzzing at the moment either. There's 14 on trolleys in Cavan General Hospital at the moment. Yeah, it's a huge clusterfuck now. To talk about the Balkan walls. It's a huge thing to talk about. Well, we kind of seen that already, though. 14 people. Where? What? Who? What? There are 14 people. Where? What? 14 pages. I'm gonna put up a video now, actually. While I'm in the building, you're gonna witness a world exclusive of a video. Yeah, seen a picture of it, yeah. If you look at the people, it's just tourists, based. There's no Irish person there at all. Like, there would be one Irish person there because the Irish people know it's just a whip off tap about. Like, you pay about 9 prices for one drink. So why would you go if you're just going to pay 9 prices? Yeah, it's good. They love knowing the tourists, but who goes in missions? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just a whip off for tourists. Like, no only Joe will go. We'll probably start Far Cry 5. Probably 7:30 or something. I'll go in a minute or two. I'm just uploading the video as we speak. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's crazy. Like, it's only for tourists. Like, let's be fair. Only Joes would go there. Like, all Irish people. But you look in the few years' time, probably €10 everywhere. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. More American than anybody else. More Americans than anything else now. Just to save the wet there, the Victorians. That's all the reason is. No other reason why, because they think that's the real Ireland, Tep Bar and all that. That's what they're told in the mainstream media and stuff like that. If they ever talk about Ireland. So I think we leave it there. Unless there's anything else before we go. Any other questions about the book or anything? Yeah, it's great for me to suffer. Yeah. Get her to sign it. I don't know how you're going to do that. Huh? So nothing else. Before we go, because somebody says, "Oh, wait a second." I would Carrick, like that's in Leitrim. Who lives in Leitrim? Nobody in Leitrim. Yeah, how would I get her? Like, am I going to go to Finland just to get it signed? Um, yeah, like down here in Bullersbridge is €5 for a pint. It is. The only how I know that because somebody told me once. I never looked into drinking or into that, but I know somebody told me what's better. That's €5. That's exactly €5. Go to the Czech Republic first, okay. What's in the Czech Republic for me? Yeah, well, the Finnish embassy probably like, fuck you. Anyway, how would they fucking get it to? Send it to Finland. Oh, look, you look stupid doing that. You can get her. Oh, do you? That sounds dangerous. I don't think she would. Like, imagine having to visit Leo and me, Hole, and Michael. Like, you feel sorry for her if she does have to come here. Having to deal with them. Well, we have to see how next month goes first. Look fucking weird. Anyway, yeah, we'll leave it there. I'll be back in about 40, 50 minutes or so. Give or take 40, 50 minutes, right? And I'll talk to you then, and we can talk more about this book.